Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's reading for the 26th of October all the way through till the 1st of November. So this week definitely feels a lot more balanced, a lot more calm compared to the last couple of weeks. There's also a lot more introspection and kind of like learning from the events of the last few weeks. It really does feel like we're sort of weighing and measuring things up and starting to even change our mindset and the way that our hearts have been put out there as well. So the potion that I have for you guys for this week is Heal a Broken Heart. And we see here, I am grateful for my strong heart and resilient spirit. So this is a beautiful potion to work with for the astrology of this week, as well as we'll dive into the tarot cards. And I think we may have even had rose quartz last week, but I'm really feeling the vibes of this. So nourishing and nurturing to continue if we're still processing a little bit of the last few weeks. So just looking in the potion side of things, you'll find everything over on soulalchemypotions.com. We also have the online events, which the last one was the new moon in Libra. That one was last week. So you see all the information here for what our events are like, as well as you'll see past events as well, which is so much fun. The best way to purchase would be the bundle because you're getting one of everything. So that seems to be people's favorite way to purchase. Also, post seems to return to normal right now in the States too. So much easier to get things across from Australia. And also, if you're looking for a one-on-one reading, please check out solreta.com. You will see everything in the description box below as well. And also, Jake and Corbin and myself have an update coming for you guys next week. So it'll be a 3-Eye Atlas update, part 2. And if you haven't gone and checked out our other video or even the hypnosis, this was a really interesting one to check out. So hope you guys hit that notification button and subscribe so that you don't miss anything. Let me just go into my little notes. So with this week, we have, as I was saying before, just a beautiful mix of energy, as well as kind of curiosity and courage and introspection. Definitely feels more balanced than the last 2 weeks, that's for sure. So we're starting the week under the Sagittarius moon, urging us to explore and expand and seek out new experiences. We also have Venus just nudging us in to reflect on what truly brings joy. And I think from memory, around the 3rd of November, if I'm right, or possibly the 8th, I would need to double check. But anyway, we've got a Mercury retrograde coming up too. So we're in the shadow of it now. I always find my language goes a little as we start to head into the shadow of it. Pop maybe like a little purple emoji in the chat if you guys experience the same. Anyway, so we're really looking at like what's a fleeting pleasure and what has meaningful growth. And that's also been that Libra cycle that we just walked through, encouraging us to weigh things up, to look at things, to have more balance in our lives. So we will also have the moon move into Capricorn, which will invite us to slow down, to start to get organized. I know for myself, recording this on my Monday, that's what my partner and I have been doing, is like doing clean outs in preparation for moves. And yeah, just kind of like a spring clean purge and getting organized, as well as, doing it over the last couple of weeks too. But anyway, this is about looking at wisdom and structure for the start of the week. And also we have a moon and sun energy, which will be harmonious, helping us to release emotions creatively and find satisfying ways to express ourselves. We also, as we head on to the start of the week, we have Mars and the quincunx with Chiron, which will possibly be bringing up some challenges and some areas to heal. It might also be triggering some sensitivities, but it also could be calling us out to be more assertive. So it depends on how we look at it, as a negative or positive. Anyway, it's driving us to have more balance for the care for ourselves and others. Oh my gosh, language is just incredible with this Mercury shadow here. Anyway, early frustrations or doubts and things may arise on this day, and we have Mars-Jupiter trine, which will lift our confidence, optimism, and courage. So also an ideal time to start new initiatives, take bold steps, or embrace challenges with enthusiasm. So your energy and determination are your greatest allies. And I also could retake this and try and work the language But I'm literally just showing you this is an example of what Mercury retrograde shadow can do. So, good to know you're not the only ones out there if this is happening to you. So as we head on, still in the early parts of the week, we have Mars empowering energy continuing into the day. We also encouraging action and forward momentum. And as Mercury prepares to connect with Neptune, our minds will start to drift into more kind of that creative space, tapping into dreamlike reality, intuition, and inspiration. So we might be feeling a little bit more attuned to subtle energies, imagination. Solutions might also pop up, and also you might see more around hidden possibilities. So really beautiful around that early start of the week still. And this is also the perfect day for artistic expression, spiritual insight, exploring mysteries. We will also have the Capricorn moon, which will keep us grounded in practical steps. We also will have the moon entering Aquarius, opening our perspective and helping us to think outside the box. As the week shifts into more exploratory and introspective rhythm, this is around midweek, Mercury and Neptune inspire reflection, imagination, and gentle curiosity about the unseen. So we might feel pulled intuitively or like in a mystical way towards creative projects, towards sort of thinking outside the box. So definitely pay attention to hunches, pay attention to synchronicities, subtle signs around you. And this will all be guiding you towards growth, towards having more clarity. The moon also moves through Aquarius around this time and into Pisces, urging emotional openness and surrender of control, allowing us to dream and envision and to connect with deeper truths. So we'll close the week with a focus on emotional awareness, reflection, and alignment. So this is a gentle reminder as well, just to integrate. So you might even want to journal all of the insights that you've gained throughout this week, plus noting down the practical steps that you also receive downloads around. So this will both honor your inner side of things and your intuition, as well as the outward action steps that you need to take as well. So then we can step into November just feeling a little bit more calm, a little bit more pre-prepared and ready, as well as like tapped in, knowing that we're moving forward from that space of conscious intuition as well. So let's have a look into the cards for this week. I'm just getting encouraged to look into the Mythios deck. So the words that I'm hearing from Spirit, and we will flip these over in a moment, is I kept hearing pick 5 cards and be the creator of your own reality. So let's have a look at what's coming up. So we've got 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. This total abundance energy at the start of the week. So we've got 10 of Cups and we've got the 3 of Cups. So we know this is wishes fulfilled. It's dreams coming true. 3 of Cups. I do feel with this too, this is abundance energy. This is a beautiful balance between the mind and the heart. And it's also this feeling of like us dreaming, and you can almost see she's in kind of like this dreamy laying, being the lady in the lake almost energy. For me, I always see sort of like a sense of Christ consciousness within this energy, or moving forward from this beautiful centered awareness and heart space. We do have Justice and Hermit card around the center. And with this, as we said before, it's about achieving more kind of balance. With the Hermit energy too, it then comes out next to Ace of Swords. So we might need to do a little bit more introspection in order to read and receive the downloads. So let's have a look into, I was going to say Cosmic Tarot, the Star Tarot, and see what comes up. So we have a 9 of Swords, sorry, 9 of Wands, a 4 of Wands. We have the 10 of Cups again. This is looking like a very beautiful, abundant week with our wishes and prayers being answered. But I also feel it's about getting into alignment, because I keep hearing Spirit say this. So 9 of Wands, this is Sagittarius, Sun and Moon energy. This for me is usually when we've sort of formed a crossroad, or we've come to kind of like a reckoning within our thoughts, within our mind, within sort of our spiritual direction, and we're building a bridge over things. So we've got this with the 4 of Wands, which is a card of completion. It's Venus and Aries energy. It's spiritual alignment, spiritual marriage, sometimes connection, partnership. Ten of Cups, and the Six of Discs, which is the card of success, Taurus and Venus energy. So beautiful cards this week. It looks like a lot of things coming into fruition, into fulfillment. This is such a sigh of relief compared to the energies that we've experienced over the last, I would say, 2, possibly 3 weeks, depending on who you talk to. Let me just grab some from my little black and white deck. So we have a 10 of Wands, a Son of Swords, and a 3 of Wands. So we're moving away from from things that we no longer feel aligned with. We're getting downloads and messages with this. And 3 of Wands, we're moving into things that are aligned with our values, with our virtue, things that just feel just, how would I say? With this particular deck, I always see this as a little bit of an open portal. With 3 of Wands, for me, it's always sort of seeing something that's outside of the matrix or outside of duality or the options presented. What we do need to sort of watch out for, 7 of Swords, watch out for those little kind of sly fox energies. And 7 of Swords too, this for me is about not compromising your values, your morals, your belief system. It's also about sort of holding that straight line if we're talking about alignment. So not being sort of corralled or persuaded to do things that are really not in alignment. So we have the Chariot energy too with the Mother of Cups. So this is more moving towards what is your highest calling, what is connected to do with your beautiful heart at the moment. Mother of Cups too, this might be a little bit of self-care, a little bit more kind of like nurturing, meditation, knowing that we're moving forward protected, especially on a heart level. Let's just see if Spirit has any advice for us in navigating this week. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. So my little Syrian deck made its way into my other deck. So we've got the card of higher self. So my higher self always knows the best outcome. I am, what if we said a few times this reading? I am aligned with my higher self in all that I do. So this has been a very busy last couple of weeks, so you haven't seen me online as much, apart from in client sessions. So if you guys are looking for a one-on-one client session, have a look in the description box below, and I look forward to seeing you guys shortly. And I will also see you next week for the show with Jake and Corbin. All right, love you guys. Take care.